Color and texture are my favorite design elements. Using color and texture defines and heightens the feel and the mood in a garden area. Dark colors make the scene recede and bring calm. Bright colors draw the eye forward, shortening focus and creating excitement. Using spiky iris combined with leafy mounds next to low ground covers create interesting shapes and forms. They create the walls, the furniture, and the floor of the garden plan. Before I add plants to my garden, I imagine small vignettes, pictures that are in my head of what I want the area to look and feel like. First, I planned a segue between one garden space and another. In this photo, I'm leaving the pond area and walking toward another garden feature. I used Agipodium or bishop's weed near the grass pathway to entice the viewer forward. Then comes a river of hellebores between another river of bishop's weed. The light color is good contrast with the receding darkness beyond the trees. The spikes of iris mark each corner. Behind the bench are currant bushes with ribbons of Virginia creeper draping over them. I let some of the creeper peek out at the bottom of the bench. I wanted this picture to feel cool and leafy green. I used a wooden plank garden bench, set back into the gnarly old black locust trees. The bench is nice to look at, and it fits the scene, but it's not inviting and looks uncomfortable, full of holes and unstable. I use this bench here because I really don't want people to sit there. If I wanted people to sit there, I would have a sturdy, safe-looking bench with plumpy cushions on it. Also, the path would be wider without plants growing between the stones, and the Virginia creeper would not be creeping over the arms of the bench and onto the seat. The bench is a good example of using texture to convey a message. In this case, it's saying maybe it's not a good idea to sit there. Maybe I'll just enjoy the thought of sitting there. I still leave the door open to experience the bench, but the people sitting will do so with more thoughtfulness. The short stone pathway has alpine cinquefoil planted between the stones and blooms yellow in the spring, a bright color to entice you in. This year I decided to add Turkish veronica, a blue ground cover, to brighten the path even more. Veronica lewanensis, or Turkish veronica, is a drought-tolerant rock garden plant covered with bright, tiny blue blooms in spring. It feels walkable when it's not in bloom, and the tiny leaves actually take it well, but when it flowers, it feels terrible to walk on the blossoms. It does work well in small spaces placed in sun or part shade. Here is Andy planting the 4-inch containers we sell in May and June. In designing this area, I wanted a cool, foresty feel. I used various shades of green with yellow and blue as accent colors around the stones. I used bishop's weed and mounds of green hellebores to draw the eye down the path to the spiky iris. The stone path adds to the cool, while the currants and Virginia creeper provide a wall behind the bench. The leafy green canopy of locust leaves provided the roof of my garden room vignette. The old weathered bench was the focal point used to convey the feelings of age and fragility, with the added bonus of making visitors stop and contemplate the scene before entering. How would you create a mood of cool and calm? What would you do differently?